Hey everyone! This is the third, and hopefully last, video I have to upload for my art course. I am extremely tight in terms of time, so I'll try to make this one quick. Museums! Or something like that, I guess. Okay, so for this assignment, I had to, again, go to a museum and look at some of the art. I had to pick 3 pieces, and now I have to talk about them in relation to a text we had to read. So let's start. El espacio. Es la dimensión primordial, ya que el recorrido de la exposición es una práctica del cuerpo en el espacio, donde el ambiente creado estimula una disposición especial para la recepción de los mensajes. El visitante está inmerso en el escenario y puede interactuar de una manera directa dentro de él. The exhibition I chose for this quote is called Tapiri. I decided to go with a painting of this exhibition because of how deeply it uses the space it inhabits. The painting I focused on is called No Uhuti, which means only image, but here it becomes much more than that. This artwork is one of the many similar paintings that are placed around the room. What makes it so special is not just the painting themselves, it's the whole room. The walls are painted in a style that is extremely similar to the artworks they hold. They use similar colors, the same drawings. It feels like the space and the art are one and the same. The small symbols scattered across the walls, which many of them are directly drawings in the paintings, immerse you in this dreamlike environment, which is the whole idea of the exhibition, as Tapiri means dream. That is why I chose this piece. It doesn't just exist in the museum, it becomes a direct part of it. And also, it had little things that kind of look like dogs. So yeah, that too. Los museos son lugares de producción de la memoria colectiva. Desde allí se direcciona lo que se debe recordar, cómo se debe recordar y a la vez lo que se debe olvidar. Los museos son artefactos donde se estructura la política de la memoria. The second object I chose is this old bridge. I believe it connects well with the quote in hand because of the story behind it. This bridge was taken from an abandoned theme park called Mundo Mágico, in which there was a place with a miniature recreation of Chile. This bridge was part of that recreation, now old and withered. Just like we've seen in class with other ready-made art, presenting this object that already existed in another context, but now in the context of a museum, elevates it to art, and it marks it as a symbol to the past of the country. It turns the literal bridge into a metaphorical bridge to memory. It talks about the journey, how time passes, of progress. But it also talks about abandonment and decay, how things after some time end up rotting. This is why museums work as a collective memory. The whole exhibition is based around pictures of an old abandoned place many already forgot. El museo no es visto ya como un lugar donde se ofrece al público la explicación de los fenómenos, se narra la verdadera historia o se consagran los artistas, sino más bien un lugar donde se recrean temáticas interesantes donde el visitante puede documentarse e interpretar los fenómenos, la historia y el arte. And now, for the last object, I present to you this image. This was created during Salvador Allende's presidential campaign in 1970. That was just before Chile entered one of its darkest chapters under Augusto Pinochet's dictatorship. This work is far more than just a visual piece. It doesn't glorify, it questions, it denounces, it invites us to reflect on the role of power, violence, and resistance. And through this, it transforms the museum into a space of political memory and emotional confrontation. Here, art becomes a tool of political communication and collective awareness. This image quickly transcended the gallery walls to become an active political presence in the streets, confronting the viewers with themes of repression and resistance. It shows how certain institutions, like the police, can turn against the very people they claim to protect. This is not passive art. This is a living medium, a weapon of thought, a mirror of reality. And that marks the end of the course. I'm really sorry for turning in this assignment so very late. And making it so very long. This was supposed to be 3 minutes. Damn. I'm not sure if submitting it late will affect my grade, but honestly, I don't think that truly matters. I genuinely enjoyed making these videos, and to me, that's at least a little more important. Thank you, Professor. I really enjoyed the course. And thanks to all of you too, random people on the internet. I know some of you really liked the previous videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one as well. With that, I take my leave.